This news update is brought to you by
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Day update for Tuesday, June 24, 2014. I'm Kamar Jordan. Good evening. We begin with news of the early release of 2 convicted prisoners. Prison officials tell Barbados Today that Orlando MacDonald da Costa Lorde and Peter O'Neill Forde are due to be freed on Thursday after spending 15 years in jail. The men, who were convicted in 1999 for the 1995 rape and robbery of a minibus conductor in French Village, St. Peter, were each sentenced to 30 years in jail. After appeal, their 30-year sentences were reduced to 25, but no reason has been given so far for their early release. In other news, the National Union of Public Workers has signaled its willingness to head back to the negotiating table with the National Conservation Commission to resume layoff talks. But NUPW President Walter Maloney says the first step must be made by the NCC management. The matter is due to be heard by the Industrial Rights Tribunal. However, Maloney is concerned that the hearings could take some time, and he says they're not opposed to resuming direct talks with the NCC.
We have started to engage the tribunal. But I don't think that we will be too adverse if the other side decide, let's sit down and then we can resolve this at this layout. I don't think that we'll be too adverse because not to want to do so. But the overture certainly might come from it.
Meantime, the head of the Barbados Economic Society, Jeremy Stephen, is recommending that companies use salary increases to boost productivity. Speaking on the sidelines of a productivity seminar this morning, Stephen noted that the move reaped dividends during the Great Depression, but he made it clear that companies must determine market conditions before taking such a bold step.
I believe in it. I actually think when you pay people a bit more counter-cyclically, it can drive productivity. But the problem is that classically, productivity is viewed as a pro-cyclical thing, meaning that people would tend to drive productivity more on in a growing economy than in a languishing one. But counter-cyclically, it actually works, especially if a company has the capacity and the willingness and risk tolerance to do it. It can drive more output, but the company has to ensure its market can still pay for its goods. So there's a lot of factors, market factors in there, that still have a big role to play in a company's decision to raise its workers' pay in this tough time.
And the Insurance Corporation of Barbados Limited, ICBL, is holding its own amid the tough economic climate. Managing Director and CEO Ingrid Ines says the company has maintained its staffing levels despite ongoing retrenchment on the island. Ines believes the economy will see a turnaround in the near future, and as such, she says job security will remain a priority.
We're not sitting back and letting the economy get in our way. We're innovative and we're always looking forward to the future. And that's why we're always developing new products, we're developing new relationships, and we're forging ahead. So regardless of what everybody else is thinking about the economy, we still truly believe in Barbados and believe that this economy will turn around. And so we will be here to, in the foreseeable future. In sport, the 2014 BICO-sponsored National Sports Council's Primary Schools Football Championship title is headed for the Pine North-South Boulevard. Today, the Nationals at the National Stadium, Grantley Prescod Primary, brought happy smiles to the faces of fellow pupils, teachers, parents, and that's in Michael community when they defeated Wesley Hall 2-0 to take the coveted winner's trophy. Wesley Hall dominated ball possession, but Grantley Prescod's captain, Devonta Richards, proved lethal whenever he went into the opposition's half of the field. Richards, who before the game said he wanted to win since this was his last opportunity at a title before entering secondary school in September, scored both of his school's goals in extra time to start jubilant celebrations in the stands by supporters. Grantley Prescod's coach, Fernando Best, later told Barbados Today the victory for him and his charges was like winning the FIFA World Cup. He said the team dedicated the victory to outstanding teacher Mary Farley,
who had spent 40 years at the school and was about to retire. Hearty congratulations to all concerned. Sports Minister Stephen Lashley has welcomed plans for the staging of the Soccerettes Americas Forum on the island later this year. The forum, which brings together leading sporting executives, is being held for the first time in this part of the world. Lashley says it fits well with the government's plans for the development of sports generally. Tourism officials also say they're looking forward to this year's tournament.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
To news from our Caribbean neighbors, the former president of Venezuela, Ramon Jose Velasquez, has died. He was 97. Velasquez assumed the country's top post at the age of 76 for 8 months from 1993 to 1994 after his predecessor was impeached for embezzlement. He was Caracas's last remaining former president and was known for his role in opposing dictatorship in the South American country. 2 people are dead and another 8 injured after gunmen went on a rampage in a Miami neighborhood in the early hours of the morning. Police say they're yet to find a motive after shootings involving several gunmen outside an apartment complex in Liberty City. The neighborhood has been plagued by violence in recent times, with residents now fearful to speak out on the latest incident. Well, on that note, we end our 6 p.m. update. But be sure to join us first thing tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Until then, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or like us on Facebook to get the very latest news and sports. I'm Kamar Jordan. Have a fantastic evening, sleep well, and see you first thing tomorrow morning.
This news update is brought to you by